In this session, we are going to discuss about equality of two complex numbers and addition of two complex numbers, and also we are going to represent addition of two complex number on Argand plane. So, let us start with equal of two complex numbers. So, here when we say equality of two complex numbers, here a plus bi and c plus di are the two complex number are said to be equal if and only if the real parts and imaginary parts. The real parts should be equal and also the imaginary parts also should be equal. Then only we can say that the two complex number are equal. Here the two complex numbers are equal if and only if the real parts and imaginary parts are respectively equal. That means here we represented that a plus bi is equal to c plus di. They are equal only if and only a is equal to c and b is equal to d. In this complex number, a is the real number and here is c is the real number. So, a must be equal to c and their imaginary parts, and here the imaginary part is b, and in this complex number the imaginary part is d. So, b is equal to d. Then only we can say that the two complex number are said to be equal. Say for example, 2 plus 3i should be equal to 2 plus 3. Understand, here the real parts are, here is also 2, there also 2. So, 2 will be equal to 2, understand, and the imaginary part is 3. So, then 3 is equal to 3. Hence, these two complex numbers are equal. We can show this with an example, thereby you can understand what is exactly equality of two complex numbers. Here the example is for what value of x and y these two complex numbers are equal. See, we should have some value for x as well as y, thereby these two complex numbers will be equal. Let us see that what are the values of x and y, then it's the two complex numbers will be equal. So, here we equated that 5x plus 6y I is equal to 10 plus 18i. Here the real part, observe. So, here the real part is 5x and here the imaginary part is 6y, as well as 10 is a real and 18 is a imaginary, understand. Then we can compare this with real as well as imaginary parts of the given complex numbers. We can say that 5x is equal to 10, those real parts, so we have equated, and here we have to find value of x, then only we can equate that value makes those two complex numbers equal. Here 5x is equal to 10, then obviously 5 ones are 5 twos are, then we got x is equal to 2. Similarly, we are equating the imaginary parts. The imaginary part here is on LHS is 6y and other side is 18. So, that equate those two. 6y is equal to 18, then we say y is equal to 3, as 6 ones are 6 threes are, therefore we say that y is equal to 3. Now, if you substitute the value of x and y in the above equation, we say that the numbers are equal. See, if we found that x equal to 2 as well as y is equal to 2, if I substitute there, what is that? 5 into x is 2 now, I am substituting that, plus 6, what is y? Y is 3, and we have I there, which is equal to 10 plus 18i. See, 5 2s are 10 plus 6 3s are 18, I is equal to what is that? 10 plus 18i, understand? See, the real parts are equal as well as imaginary parts are equal. So, hence we conclude that the two complex numbers are equal. And now we have to discuss that addition of complex numbers. Addition of complex numbers, If I take z1 is equal to a plus bi and z2 is equal to c plus di are the two complex numbers, then their sum will be represented as z1 plus z2, which can be defined as z1 plus z2 is equal to a plus c plus b plus d into I. And we have to discuss that here. See, sum of z1 plus z2 is also a complex number, since we have real part as well as imaginary parts. See how that can be done is, see here, z1 is equal to what? A plus bi, as we know that, and z2 is equal to c plus di, okay. So if I do this, if I add this to z1 plus z2 is equal to, I am going to add this also, that is a plus bi plus c plus di. See, when we are adding the two complex numbers, so we should add the imaginary parts and real parts separately, okay. So here the real parts are a and c, so we add those two together, a plus c, and here bi and di, those are imaginary parts, so we add those. See, you can take I common with bi and di, then you will end up with bdi. So that is also a complex number. So addition of two complex number is again a complex number, which is the imaginary part should not be equal to 0. That we should follow it out. So next here we have one example, that is z1 is equal to 2 plus 3i and z2 is equal to minus 4 plus 5i, and we have to add up those two in such a way that, so z1 plus z2 is equal to, what is z1? 2 plus 3i, and what is z2? Plus minus 4 plus 5i. Now what you are going to do is, you just add the real and imaginary parts separately here, that is imaginary parts are 3i and 5i, and real parts are 2 and minus 4. So we should add those, you should group it and then you simplify. So now I am grouping the real parts one and imaginary part other hand. So here 2 plus what is another real part is minus 4, we have added here, plus imaginary part 3 and 5. So I took I common between 3 and 5, so I written there. So then it becomes 2 minus 4 is minus 2 and 3 plus 5 is 8. Therefore, we say that z1 plus z2 is equal to, you can represent by other number as well as z3, say what is that? Minus 2 plus 8i. This is how we can do addition of complex numbers. So not only two numbers, we can do 3, 4 like that. But the thing is, we have to add real parts and imaginary parts separately. We can't add together imaginary as well as real. We can't do it like that. We have to add real parts aside and imaginary parts separately. We have to do it. That gives addition of complex numbers. And also we can represent this addition of two complex number graphically. And also when the representation of sum of two complex number can be represented by the diagonal of the parallelogram. The diagonal of the parallelogram actually gives the sum of two complex numbers. Let us see that. See, this is a graphical representation of a addition of two complex numbers. Here I have taken z1 and z2 represents the two complex numbers, and z1 will be what? Z1 will be a plus bi and z2 will be c plus di, okay. See, and those can be represented in the form of a point as p of a comma b, and for another complex number z2 can be represented as in the form of a point q of c comma d. See, their sum will be what? Z1 plus Z2 can be represented as. See, just now we have written that Z1 plus Z2 as Z1 plus Z2 as what? Z1 plus Z2 is equal to what? A plus C plus B plus D times I. This is what we have written. So therefore, we can represent this Z1 plus Z2 in the form of a point, say R of A plus C comma B plus D. These are the coordinates. Okay. So we have to represent this in the Argand plane. This is how we are going to represent it. Let us see how we are going to represent it. See here, what you can do is this is a point, says Z1, and we have represented that in the form of a point, say P of A comma B, and another Z2 which is C comma D. And here let us join OP. So we have joined OP as well as OR and QR, this QR. So we have to draw perpendiculars to this. So draw PM, where PM which is a perpendicular with x-axis, and QN, here we have QN and RL. Where is RL? From here, RL. Okay, from the points P, Q, R respectively on the x-axis. We have written the perpendiculars on x-axis from the respective points P, Q, R. So let us draw a perpendicular PK to RL. Where is the RL? This is RL. So this is a perpendicular we have written for the line RL, which is called PK. Now let us consider a triangle there, which is a QON. So this is a triangle QON. From that triangle we can say that ON is equal to, what is ON? Obviously which is equal to C. This is ON, which is C, and one more thing is QN. QN is what? This is QN. QN is nothing but what? D. So now from the triangle ROL, we say that RL is equal to, this is RL. Okay, this is RL. RL. So what is RL? That is B plus D. And what is OL? OL, this is OL. This is OL is nothing but this is up to here. So OL is nothing but A plus C. And from another triangle, say POM. Where is the POM? POM. From the triangle POM, PM is equal to this one. PM is equal to B and OM is equal to A, and also PK will be equal to ML. What is PK? PK will be equal to ML. Those are the parallel lines. And that can be represented as this much can be represented as OL minus OM gives ML. And that OL, we already know that what is OL? A plus C. And what is OM? Which is A. So here minus A plus A get cancelled. So we left with C. So C is equal to what? ON. So ON is equal to what? C. And similarly, RK can be represented as RL minus KL. RK can be represented as RL minus this KL. RL minus KL gives RK. RK will be equal to RL minus PM, since KL is equal to PM. KL is equal to PM. Okay. So now what is RL? RL is nothing but B plus D minus PM. What is PM? What is PM? B. So here minus B plus B get cancelled. So we left with D, and that D is QN. So again we continue this in the triangle QON. And also another triangle we have chosen, that RPK. So from that we can say that ON is equal to PK. So ON is equal to what? PK. Just now we have solved that. And QN is equal to what? QN is equal to what? RK. That is this one. So hence say that from the triangle QNO and triangle RKP are the right angle triangles there. Therefore, we can say that triangle QON and triangle RPK are congruent. They are equal triangles. Therefore, we say that OQ, this OQ will be equal to PR. Hence, we say that OQ and PR are parallel line. They are parallel. Hence, we say that OPRQ is a parallelogram and OR its diagonal. This is a parallelogram and OR its diagonal. Hence, we can say that the sum of the two complex number can be represented by the diagonal of a parallelogram. Understand? This is how we can going to represent the sum of two complex number on a Argand plane. And this completes addition of complex number and representation of that complex number on an Argand plane. In the next class, we are going to discuss about subtraction of complex numbers and also addition of the properties of complex number over addition. Okay, this is we are going to discuss in the next class. So till then, sayonara.